Hey, good morning, everybody. I don't know if anybody's watching currently. It's early in the morning. Parents are working, and students, you 11:15. You do late nights. I know in the summer. So, just want to say to everybody, welcome to the final summer live stream on YouTube for Consumed. We had a little bit of issue last night, so this is to kind of make up for that. We need to make some announcements. We need to connect with you guys. So I apologize that last night got sort of messed up, but I did want to connect with you guys one last time. We are getting ready to start a new ministry year and school year. And so I wanted to make sure that you guys knew what we care very much about you starting the school year off right. For those of you at youth camp, I think you've gotten an extra push. But for those of you who haven't been, I want you to know we still care very much about how you're starting this school year. We want you to start connected with God. Hopefully you've stayed connected with Him throughout the summer, stayed in His Word. Hopefully live streams have just encouraged you to do that. Even though we've not been meeting for Bible studies, we've still, met at various times in the summer and had events and connected. And I think we've had a very enjoyable summer with you guys. And so hopefully you've had a good time, different things like day flare and camp and all of that. So I do want to make a couple of announcements about what's coming up in the coming weeks and months, all the way through the holidays even. But I also want to just pray for you guys at the beginning of the school year. We're getting started. We want to start off right. So we're going to start with prayer, and then I have a couple nice surprises for you. This is going to be pretty short, but Lord, I thank you that I am not the source of our students' strength in life. I thank you that even though I'm a flawed youth pastor, a flawed person, a flawed Christian, Lord, that your grace covers and that you give us strength to be transformed, to be made new, to overcome everything that we... Well, I don't know. I think I got disconnected there, so I'm not really sure if the prayer got cut off, but we prayed for you guys to be focused on God's purpose for your life and not just success in this life, because His will is better than the best that this world can offer. And also for you guys to be emboldened, our students to be emboldened, to be not just different in your character, yes, but bold enough to declare Jesus and not just God in general. The man upstairs, I think most people feel comfortable spiritualizing a little bit, but a lot of us are afraid to specifically talk about Jesus. And I pray that you would be emboldened and not afraid to specifically mention Jesus, His cross, His gospel, because I believe His love makes a difference. It's the only way to the Father, and it's the only thing that saves. So we believe that you're going to be world changers and soul winners, especially this year, in Jesus' name. So just in case the prayer got cut off, because after I opened my eyes from praying, I said reconnect. So anyway, that's what we prayed for in Jesus' name, amen. So I do have one quick little surprise for you. Get ready for this. I think I can turn the camera. Yes. Oh, look at this little girl. She's distracted by something. She's playing with something. I got to FaceTime with her today at the office. She's here with me. Say hi, Abigail. Say hi, Abigail. Hi, baby. What you doing? Are you playing with your toys? Yeah. Oh, my girl. All right. I'm trying not to be that guy, but I love my daughter. So I just want to make a couple of quick announcements to you guys, let you know what's going on. Obviously, today's Thursday, so tomorrow was originally going to be the back to school bash, but we decided that was not ideal because you are not back at school yet, and you do not have the opportunity to even reconnect with some of the friends that really might need to be invited. So we decided to move that back a week. Back to School Bash is happening next week, which is, if I can pull up my calendar here because it got moved. Okay, September 7th. Okay, just like a flare, going to be at the church. We're going to have games. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have invites for you. Okay, so Bible study is actually back before that. Okay, Wednesday, September 5th, Bible study is back. That's next week, Wednesday. Bible study is beginning again. We have some really nice things planned for you guys. Some wonderful, wonderful guests coming also. You know them, but they're going to be guest speakers. We also have some awesome new study that the Lord is leading Pastor Andrea in, and so she's going to be leading that along with the mentors, and we're going to have discussion. You guys are going to be engaging with the Word in that way. It's going to be really, really good, so don't miss it. Obviously, we start with worship. We want the presence of the Lord, and I just encourage you guys, as we start up Bible studies again, just be unashamed in worship and really dive in, because I know sometimes we have this idea like, who's looking at me, or what are they going to think, or maybe even, I don't know, this is different to me. I'm not used to just experiencing God's presence. That sounds weird. I've never just done that. Sometimes I feel it, but it's not because I necessarily am raising my hands or I'm focused on Him. I encourage you, really engage with worship, guys. Really take the time to just look at God and focus on Him and love on Him and say thank you during worship services every day, but also during our worship services. And I guarantee you, He'll take you deeper. His presence will show up. So really take that opportunity. Be bold. Stop thinking about who's around you and just focus on the Lord during worship. So Bible studies, and that's when we're going to also hand out next week. We're going to hand out some invites for you. Some of you prefer to hand out invites paper-wise. You have some with you. Some of you prefer to just put something on your social media. Don't be afraid to post on your social media, guys. Whether it's take a picture of the invite, put it on your Snap, send it to some friends, whatever you want to do to invite people. But we're going to have an invite for you so that you can let people know, hey, you're invited to the Back to School Bash. It's going to be a lot of fun. You personally connecting with them makes a big difference, okay? So Back to School Bash. Rather, let's start with Bible study, Wednesday, September 5th, next week. That's Wednesday. Then Friday, September 7th, is the Back to School Bash, okay? Obviously, Bible studies will continue to happen throughout the month, these next few months up until December, okay? We have our student leadership meeting on September 14th, so there's no flare at the church that night. And then September 21st, we actually have... Every month, we're starting up our EMBERS groups again, small groups, okay? So this year, or this semester, I should say, we're doing something a little different, okay? So we're not going to be doing as much with the skill building. Some of you like that, and we will have one group that's based on, it's called Creatives. The Creatives group, we use that term to kind of cover working with your hands, doing projects that might involve pictures, it might involve scrapbooking, it might involve cooking something one night. There's all kinds of different activities that can go along with that. But if you like that kind of thing, if you like getting together and kind of like working with your hands, not like repairing a car, working your hands, or mowing the lawn, that's not what we're talking about, but sort of like making stuff. Scrapbooking is a great example. There's a lot of folks who like to do that. I personally don't. I think it's a cool thing when I see it, but I don't do that very much. But some of you really love that kind of stuff, or cooking, or painting, that kind of thing. Okay, so Sister Vivian Melendez is going to be leading that group, and so we will have her information. It's going to be at her house. We have her information for you if you're interested. We're going to have sign-ups. I'm going to post them in the link, okay, for Planning Center. You're going to be able to sign up using Planning Center. Please, 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 guys, please do that, okay, because that lets us know how many people are coming, how many people the small group leaders have to prepare for, okay? It's going to be a lot of fun, too, because so we do have one of those groups that's focused on making things. It's called Creatives, it's Sister Vivian, okay? We also have a group that's going to be watching movies, hanging out, talking, just watching movies, and then you guys will have some discussion afterwards as well, but it's focused on hanging out. You're going to be able to just come and be with your friends, and watch a movie, okay? And so that's what's going to be happening. That's the activity. It's just more based on having a good time and fellowship, being together, okay? It's a really good place. It's easy to invite somebody to that, okay? We're hanging out watching a movie. Come hang out with us tonight. Easy. It's not at the church. So if somebody feels weird about going to a church, guess what? They're welcome to come to the house. It's a little different, okay? And that's kind of one of the things that's great about Embers, is that it doesn't have to be at the church, and it's a group that is smaller, and it's a little bit more down to earth interaction. You can get one-on-one interaction with folks, and it's very easy to invite somebody who's not used to church to an Embers group. So take advantage of that, guys, okay? The last group is actually going to be the video gaming group, and see how we're kind of making these a little bit more about fun and hanging out. That's going to be at my house, and Tyrone's going to be doing that one with me as well. So sign up for these, okay? We'll let you know if we need you to bring controllers and things like that. Probably playing some Smash Brothers, probably maybe playing some shooters on PlayStation, maybe some Rocket League, because that game is awesome. So we'll be having a lot of fun. We are going to spend time in prayer. We are going to spend time doing some discussion and talking about the Word. That's really the main reason we do what we do. We want you to know God. But a lot of that can also happen in fellowship. And so we're not going to neglect the Word, but we also want to spend time with you, letting you know we love you, being together, okay? And so we're going to do that through video games at my house. We're going to do that through movies, hanging out, watching movies at David Garcia's house and Evelyn Garcia's house. That's where that's going to be. And we're also going to do that by hanging out and working on painting and scrapbooking and that kind of thing, okay? That's for the creatives class at Sister Vivian Melendez's house. That's for this semester. Those are the 3 classes this semester. I won't even call them classes. 3 Embers this semester, and it starts on September 21st. So I'm going through the first month here because I want to let you know this is the pattern. We're going to do 1 student leader a month. We're going to do 1 big flare a month. We're going to do an Embers a month. And then it looks like we're trying to do 1 special event a month, okay? So for the first month, we're going to have an Ignite service, a worship service for Consumed at the end of the month. Some of you have been asking for this, okay? Some of you have been asking, why don't we do services? And it's not because we didn't want to. It's just because a lot of things changed in the schedule. It was difficult to get people ready for worship, get students ready musically even. So we found other ways to minister to you through the word and worship. But some of you have been asking for this. You want student-led worship. You want to be in that service, that worship service time. And so we're bringing them back, okay? So we're going to have 2 of those this year. Before the year is out, okay? So September 28th is the first worship service. So just real quick, back to school bash on the 7th. Student leadership at our house, no flare at the church on the 14th. 21st, we have Embers, our first one. There's going to be 3, okay? I'm excited about Embers too, Pastor Andrea. There's going to be 3 Embers this semester, 1 a month before Christmas, okay? September 28th, we have our worship service, Consumed Worship Service, okay? That's our first one. Now, moving forward, okay, all of this stuff, I'm going to post a link in the description. You'll be able to check out the calendar. We'll probably send out a blast, email blast as well, just for everybody to get a graphic so that they can see what's coming up for the remainder of the year. But I'm just real quickly going to run down the rest of the schedule so that you have a quick idea, okay? October 5th, we have student leadership meeting again for that month, okay? October 12th, we are going to have an outing. We're going out. We're going to go somewhere. I don't know where we're going yet because the student leaders, your student leaders, are actually going to be planning this trip. Also, we had a baby. Pastor Andrea said, yes, that was one of the reasons that we had some schedule differences last semester. Okay, but anyway, October 12th, okay, we are going out. We're going to let you know more details on that. Our student leaders are planning the trip. Okay, so they're picking something they feel like the students are going to want, and they're going to help plan it and facilitate that. Okay, so October 19th, that's our next Embers date for October. Okay, so that's in there again, those groups that we're going to meet. Okay, October 26th. Okay, that is going to be a very special night because we are going to do a worship service, but it's also the lock-in. A lot of you have been asking for the lock-in to come back, so we're doing the lock-in again, okay? we're going to have worship practice with some of the students that night earlier. It's going to start at 9 o'clock. It's later than usual. Okay, so we're going from 9 o'clock to 8:15 in the morning. Okay, so we're going to have worship. We're going to have games. We're going to have different stuff going on. So lots of fun stuff. The lock-in is back. Okay. Then November's a little different. Okay, so November 2nd, we're going to have our Embers groups. So that's the first Friday of the month. We're going to have our small Embers groups. Okay, because November 9th is the Thrive Conference. We are going to ask that all your parents come, and we want you to invite your parents. If you want to serve in some capacity, whether it's in children's ministry for the day, you know, nursery care, or if you want to come and help us set up, help move materials, we need help. Okay, so my student leaders know, we've already asked them, and we want you to know we need your help for Thrive. Just plan on being there. If anybody else wants to volunteer, please do, okay? Because we need all the help we can for the Thrive Conference for staff, okay? The following week, November 16th, here's what we're doing, okay? November 16th, we're having we say Christmas party because we don't want anybody to be confused, but it's going to cover Thanksgiving and Christmas, okay? So we're going to have a party at our house on November 16th. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think you guys enjoy coming to the house. We enjoy having you. And because the reason we're doing it at that time is because that is the last Friday we're really going to have before we take break for the Christmas season. So that November 23rd is Thanksgiving weekend. It's Black Friday, but let's just call it the Lord's Friday. Let's just change from Black Friday to something spiritual. Anyway, I'm just being goofy now, but yeah, that's Thanksgiving weekend. Okay, so that we have no flare, and then Bible studies are actually. Our church is doing a hiatus starting on November 28th. The last Bible study will be on November 21st. That's Thanksgiving Eve service. We always have Thanksgiving Eve service. It's a wonderful time, special music, special presentations, and a time of just reflection and thankfulness to the Lord for all the things He's blessed us with. So like we said, November 21st is the last Bible study. And then obviously that's Thanksgiving the next day. That weekend is cleared out. And after that, we go on hiatus for Christmas. Okay, so, and what that is for, some of you might not know, what that's for is so that you have extra time with your family. You know, church is a busy place, and it's good. We do a lot of things. We serve the community. We pray together. We study the Bible. We get to know God. We worship. You know, this is all vital, important stuff, okay? And it's none of it is stuff that you want to overlook. But there's a time where you say, I need to be able to do this kind of thing with my family. I need to spend time with my family. And the holiday season gets busy as it is, okay? So Christmas time, you know, we're preparing for presentations at the church. We're doing special music. We're doing Christmas shopping with our families. You know, we have family coming in from out of town, so we're getting ready to cook. We're getting ready to clean. So it's a busy, busy time for families. And so what we do is we say, just for a short while, let's take December, you know, after the weeks after Thanksgiving, we're going to take time off from our normal schedule to really be with our families and appreciate what God has given us in our family. So the month of December, actually starting November 28th, there'll be no Bible study until January 2nd. Okay, January 2nd, Bible studies will be back. Okay, and that's when we'll start again. Same thing with flares. Okay, so our last flare will be on November 16th. That's the party, because then it's Thanksgiving weekend, and then we're into the holiday season, Christmas season, okay, where there'll be no flare until January 4th. Now, January 4th is a student leadership meeting, okay? Student leaders, no flare at the church, but then we're going to have our kickoff flare the following week. We're preparing to do the kickoff flare January 11th, okay? So you'll have other ways to access this information. I know it's a lot, but I just wanted to kind of give a quick plug for what's going on and let you know some more information about, especially about EMBERS. Please sign up for these guys. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have a great time. So I love y'all. I hope I didn't miss anything. I really, really hope I didn't miss anything. I don't know. It's off the top of my head. We are finalizing the schedule, still a few details. We are going to have a Winterfest fundraiser that's in the works right now. We'll let you know about it. I can't believe summer's not even over, and we're talking talking about Winterfest already, but it comes up so fast and we have to start fundraising before time because the first Winterfest deposit is actually due on January 4th, which means we have to fundraise in the fall. So it's coming up so fast. I can't believe it. It's so fast. But I love you guys. I'm going to repost this video with some of the links that we talked about. I hope you've had an awesome summer. I hope you've had God's presence just invade you, his love all over your life. And I know he's going to use you and continue to speak to you in school. Don't get discouraged. Some of you hate school. Some of you love school. I was not a fan of school in high school. I couldn't stand it. I just didn't like it. I loved college. I just loved it, but I could not stand high school. It made me crazy. So some of you, and it says nothing about how smart you are either, whether you like school or don't. But I don't be discouraged when you start school. Don't be discouraged if something happens socially in school. If somebody, you know, either bullies you or maybe just makes you feel left out, or you feel lonely. Maybe you don't feel like you're connecting with folks. Maybe you're not in classes with friends like you wanted to be. And or maybe you feel like when you share your faith, when somebody sees your faith in your life, you feel sort of pointed out or made fun of. Be encouraged, because high school, it is so temporary. It is so not the real world. And trust me when I say Jesus will never change. Jesus will never fail you. People will fail you. Even Christians will fail you. They'll let you down because we're not Jesus. We are not perfect. We're striving to reach what he wants for our life and trusting him to transform us. And he does do that. But we're still not perfect. And so people will always let you down. People will always be there to hurt you sometimes. And so you can depend on that, but you can also depend on Jesus helping you through it. He'll never leave you. He'll never forsake you. He said he wouldn't. And he'll always love you. He never rejects anyone who comes to him. So bring it all to him. If you're hurting, if you're anxious about school, if something happens with your classes or with some other students that makes you feel down, okay, bring it to the Lord. He'll help you. He'll give you strength and peace. Because he says you're more than a conqueror. He says through him, not in our own strength, but he says you have purpose, you have destiny, you're called and you're anointed, and he wants to use you. So don't give up. Be encouraged. We love you guys and we're praying for you, okay? Please call us, and we always make ourselves available to our students. Call us, text us. If you have a question about the Bible or about something, a situation you're going through, we're here to support you guys. We love you. So many of you don't take advantage of that. We want you to. We want you to contact us. We want to hear from you, whether it's through social media or if you give us a call or whatever, okay? We want to help you walk through this together, okay? So please let us know what you're going through. We love you, and we're praying for you guys, okay? We'll talk to you soon. Love you.